Right. For this petroleum engineering technology subject, we are going to have two batch. Normally, it is a semester 7 and 8. You might have two different codes here depending on your batch. This elective courses is open to all, and particularly this is where you are, final year. For this PET, this module is actually focused on crude oil or petroleum. You're going to learn how to process the crude oil and how you turn it into a useful product, all of those chemicals and so on. And a part of that, you are also going to learn about loss prevention, some parts about how to minimize waste in a refinery. So I would say that this subject is about the processes in the refinery, right? Okay, the learning outcomes for this module are: the first one is analyze the crude oil based on its composition and properties, meaning that you got to know if you have a raw crude, what is characteristic, what is the potential of utilizing this type of crude oil. And then the second LO, you are going to learn about the refining techniques. So in a refinery, you will see that you will have a distillation process, you have a catalytic process, lots of processes that you are going to learn. And the final learning outcomes is for you to recommend. So this is quite a higher order thinking for you to think about, because from those knowledge, you has to come up with the control measures for hydrocarbon and energy losses. So those are the three learning outcomes that you have. And briefly, I just explain to you about the course planning. The first 3 weeks we address on the first LO. Week 4 to 12, we mainly look week 4 to 9, we mainly looking at the LO2, and the last part will be the LO3. After this MCO, we had to do slight change in terms of the timing of the assessment. You're going to have the test. Currently, we plan it to be on week 8, and you're going to have a project assignment, and the last coursework is about the test 2, and at the end you are going to have the final exam. I skipped that. So lecture and tutorial is one session, and you can look at your timetable. Right? In terms of the continuous assessment, you can see all of this in the times in detail. As normal, you will have 40% continuous and 60% final exam. That's that from me.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Anis. So now who do we have here? Can I pass to Dr.? Yeah, sure.
Okay, I share my screen first. Okay, so everyone can see my screen? Can see the screen?
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Okay, my module is computer-aided engineering and geometry modeling. Okay, so this is my contact, my email. If student, you have any question, you can email me. I try to respond you as soon as possible during the office hour. Okay, for my module, basically is you learn how to use SolidWorks to build 3D models, any 3D model. Okay, so for this module, you have 3 learning outcomes. So for the first learning outcome, I mean, after you complete this module, you will learn how to use SolidWorks, use the features to create a 3D models. So like I know that for C student, they're going to use a SolidWorks to build their chemical, I mean tanks, like chemical model, right? Chemical plants model. Okay, once you're able to create a 3D model using SolidWorks. So from the single component, you may need to create engineering drawings. So the second learning outcome is about engineering drawings, how you convert your 3D model become engineering drawings. And the last one is about models. you create single components, then you combine together become assembly. So you may need to learn how to analyze assembly. You also able to show the mechanisms, like the animations show how your machine is working, how your assembly model is working. Okay. So for the assessment, you have total of four assessments. So for this module, no final exam. So for 4 assessment, you have test 1, 25 mark. And suppose, so for your test 1, according to SOW, suppose it happened on week 7, but since week 7 is a Hari Raya week, so I will schedule it on week 8. And your test 2 is 25 mark also, is on week 11. And then your assignment 1 is a group assignment. So you need to have like maximum of 5 students in group. You need to complete, to design, I will give you a task. Let's say you design a robot or design a robot arm. So you need to design, and then total of mark is 20 mark. So the submission date is on week 13. And your assignment 2 is the individual assignment, 30% also. Then submission is on week 12. Okay, during the MCO periods, we're going to have e-learning. So all the lectures I will pre-recorded, upload to YouTube. I will share the link on Times. Then you may watch the video lecture on Times. So for all the tutorial question, I will upload in Times. Then you can refer to the video tutorial. Then you practice, you complete all the tutorial. And then for, I will have online discussion with you using Zoom, like what we doing now. So for every week, I'm planning to have 2 sections. One section is for ME student, one section is for CE student. So we're going to have discussion to discuss everything about these modules, included your lectures and your tutorial. And for quiz, I will give you a Google quiz. So you must complete the video tutorial so that you can find the answer for the quiz. So you must answer the quiz. So the quiz will record as your attendance also. And last part, okay, so this one, this is the timetable. I will share in Times also. So this will be the schedule for the discussion. So usually I will have 2 hours discussion for all the students. And for, wait, I change the screen first. Okay. Okay, so for CE, can you see this one? My Google Classroom. So for CE student, actually I have prepared a Google Classroom. This one, I have uploaded all the tutorials. Then you're able to learn how to create some of the component for the chemical tank, I think. So you can join my Google Classroom for this. This one is for CE student only. So later I will share the class code, then you may join my Google Classroom so you can obtain all the information for your CEGP. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kui. Next, we have Miss Nozafira. I pass the session to you.
Hello. You can hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Right. Okay. I will share my screen. All right. Okay. My name is Zafira from Mechanical. So I'm going to teach CFD, which is a computational fluids dynamics. So basically, what I'm going to do in this module is to use a software called ANSYS Fluent to solve fluids problems and analyze them. So in this module, the teaching method, there are 2 methods, lecture and tutorial. So I will explain about tutorial first. In the tutorial, we're going to develop a simulation model for CFD. So in order to do the simulation, since it's an e-learning, so you need to install the NC software, which is available free in the NC's website for student version. But you have to make sure that your laptop or desktop has a Windows 64 bits. 32 bits cannot, yeah? And for the teaching and learning during the e-learning, you're going to watch pre-recorded videos, and then you need to perform a certain tasks and submit the NC's file for attendance. And for the lecture, it's going to be basically to understand the software itself. So it's going to be physics and mathematics. 80% will be math. So in order to enroll in this module, you have to be very comfortable with your math and physics mechanics, because it's going to be purely based on these two. And the e-learning for the lecture is going to be live lecture using Zoom like this. And so that because there's a lot of explanation need to be done for the math. And for the assessment, normally we have test one, but because of the e-learning, I'm changing it to case study. It's going to be math and choice 15%, and the assignment, which is the simulation, and then few discussion, open-ended 10%. And the second assignment will be based on theories, simulations, and discussion 15%, and the exam, which currently going to be so far assumed to be physical exam, 60%. In this module, there are 3 LOs. Yeah, the first LO is to use and apply Navier-Stokes equations. So this term might be a little bit alien for you, but we're going to learn this through the semesters. And the LO2 is to compare different turbulence model in the simulation modeling. And LO3 is to assess the impact of fluid flow using the NC's software just now, yeah. So for CFD, there's a lot of applications, yeah, from these photos. So anything applications that are related to fluids, for example, aerodynamics, tank sloshing, pipe flows, and combustions, air conditioning, everything related to fluids, you can simulate it using the software. I think that's all for me.
Thank you, Zafira. And the last one, we will pass the mics or the sessions to Dr. Loh for GPL.
Yes, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I will try to share the screen for the gas processing. So are you managed to see the SOW for gas processing?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so for this module, we call it gas processing and liquefaction. So in this module, we only focus on natural gas. So that means we will try to make use and apply the knowledge of chemical engineering to purify and also try to process the natural gas before we supply to the market. So currently for this module, we have 3 different learning outcomes. So in order to achieve all of the learning outcome here, so you need to apply mainly the core module of our chemical engineering in order to treat and purify the natural gas. So basically it involves the thermodynamic, chemical engineering thermodynamic, material balance, and also the process plant design, and also the what we call the process control. So you need to apply all of this knowledge in order to process the natural gas, to do the calculation, then only you can achieve the learning outcome for this module. So basically due to the COVID-19, so basically for our week 1 lecture and tutorial until week 7, all of these lecture and also tutorial will be conducted okay, through the pre-recorded video, and the test one will be rescheduled to week 9 currently. So basically for this module, so we have 4 different assessment, test 1, assignment 1, and assignment 2. So assignment 1 is individual assignment. Assignment 2 is considered as group assignment. And test 1, of course, must be individual. And for assignment 1, you contribute 10%. Test 1, 15%. Assignment 2, 15%. And also final exam, 60%. So thank you. And that's all from me.
Thank you, Dr. Loh. So now I open the floor to students. If let's say you have any questions, you can ask, or if you don't have a mic, you can, basically there's a group chat. You can put your questions over there and the lecturers will be here to answer you. Anyone? Ladies and gentlemen, anyone?
For the petroleum, right, the test 2 and assignment 2, is it either one or we are doing both?
For petroleum engineering, you are asking about test 1
Test 2 and
and
assignment 2.
all right. It depends on the cohort. For semester 8 student, it will be test 2. For semester 7 student, it will be assignment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Anis,
Yes.
about the petroleum, right? The assignment, is it a group assignment or individual assignment?
Currently, it is a group assignment from the previous semester. But I'm looking at the situation about the MCO and how you are ready to do it as a group by utilizing 100% of e-learning. So currently it was planned for group assignment.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? If no, then you can write into your lecturers to ask more if you want to, or you can write to me. Or if not, then I will end the sessions for today. Thank you for participating and thank you for all our lecturers to be here. So I would like you to put up reactions and there's a clap there for everyone. Thank you and have a nice day. Yeah.